There are 3 stories that you need to be ready to tell every hiring manager and recruiter that you meet in 2024 if you want to get a new job. My name is JT O'Donnell, and for the next 3 minutes, I'm going to explain to you why these 3 stories will help a recruiter and a hiring manager fall in love with you. And this is how you make a stronger first impression. And if you stay to the end, I'm going to offer you a bonus tip on how to get these stories in front of them faster. So just so you know, I've spent the last 20 years as a career coach, and prior to that, I worked in the staffing and recruiting industry. I became a career coach because I wanted to show people like you what hiring managers and recruiters were really looking for so that you could get through the hiring process and land that dream job. So with that in mind, these 3 stories are becoming super hot. Storytelling in general is very hot. When you go into an interview, you need to be able to tell really concise stories so that they can validate your knowledge and expertise. But these 3 stories help them learn more about the complete you. Okay, so the first story is, why this company? Why do you want to work for them? And that story needs to be based on your connection to the employer. So they don't want to hear that you love their benefits package, you heard they pay well, whatever it is. They want to hear why you love their product or service, why you're a huge fan of the customers they serve. Somehow you've got to tell a connection story that gets them to understand what's called your intrinsic motivation, which is just a fancy term for what's going to get you up out of bed every day and want to go work for this company. What do you believe in? Right? They can't teach that to you. And right now there are so many candidates out there that all look the same that you've got to have this really great connection story because that's what gets them to choose you. Now the second story you have to have on the ready is why you nerd out on the work you do. Why do you love to create the value that you do? So you know, if you follow me here, I talk about your UVA, your unique value add. This is how you save a company money, make a company money, solve problems, alleviate pain. They don't pay you just for the heck of it. You have got to create value. And so when you can talk about why you love doing the work you do and how you nerd out on it, you're showing them once again what's going to get you up out of bed every day, self-motivated to go work on that. But not just work on it, exceed expectations, be resourceful, think outside the box. Again, they have all these choices to choose from. They want the employee that is going to be like that. So that second story, very powerful. But the third story I got to tell you is the one I love the most right now, which is tell me the most exciting positive thing that happened in your career in the last year. Now, why would you want to share that? Because they need to know that you are constantly looking at your career and assessing what's happened to you so that you can learn and grow from it. So when you can recognize things that happened to you that were very powerful and positive, they know that you're a powerful and positive person who is also always striving to learn and grow. And it's also just a really great feel-good story, which can articulate a lot about you. So let's recap. The 3 stories are, why do you want to work for the company? Sharing your connection to the company. Why you nerd out on the work that you do, showing your resourcefulness. And what's the greatest thing that happened to you in your career in the last year, showing your positivity and power, all right? Now, if you made it this far, there is a bonus tip. You could type these up, right, and have them ready for an interview. Or you could even go so far as to try to put them in a cover letter. But I'll tell you one that will go much farther, and that is video. There's a way for you to record these 3 stories and re-record until you've got them perfect in the way you deliver them and you really like how they land. And you can take those 3 stories, put them in what's called a reel, and be able to send them off as a URL to recruiters and hiring managers who, when they open this and see it, you'll be notified. But more importantly, that's when they'll fall in love with you. That's when they will see that you are the kind of person that is more than just the experience, you are the full package. And it will elevate the first impression. Because as I've told you here, video is the new first interview. Video is the new phone screen. And so why not take full control, record these 3 stories, put them in a reel, and send them off. How do you do that? You know what I'm talking about. It's this new phone app that I love, the McCoy app. This lets you do all of that so that you can elevate first impressions, make better connections, and get those recruiters and those hiring managers responding to you before everybody else. And you know what? A lot of people are going to sleep on this. A lot of people aren't going to do this because they're going to say, oh, I'm not good on video or I don't want to go through it. That's fine. That's their choice. But guess what? Job search is a game, and to be competitive right now, you need to do things differently. And video and these 3 stories, I'm telling you, it is a game changer. So I hope you go check that out. But more importantly, please get your 3 stories ready to go. They are the thing that will differentiate you in this very competitive job market so that you can get the job that you want and deserve. Good luck. Go get them.